Hello everyone, welcome back to our latest Marvel Puzzle Quest video. This time around, we're taking a closer look at the core gameplay, so we'll be moving through the tutorial to show you the ins and outs of combat, recruiting new characters, and expanding their movesets. We're going to be playing this on the Android version, but you can also jump in on iOS or Steam. Let's get to it! Starting out, we find ourselves in the middle of a fight between Spider-Man and Venom, with Nick Fury calling the shots. This battle showcases basic attacks and ability use, so let's dive on in. You'll notice the board full of tiles at the bottom of the screen, and the characters at the top, with the ability icons below them. The premise is simple. Match 3 or more tiles of the same color to do damage to your opponent, and gain ability points for that color. Let's help out by matching these blue tiles to do a bit of damage to Venom, which you can see both in the pop-up number and on his health bar at the top of the screen. Now it's Venom's turn to act. Some enemies in Marvel Puzzle Quest don't actively move tiles on the board and attack using other methods, but Venom is a truly powerful adversary and can give just as good as he can take. He can move tiles, collect AP, and use abilities just like you, so you need to be on your guard. We'll dig a bit deeper into enemy movesets a bit later, but for now, let's go ahead and do a little web slinging by using our ability. There are many different types of abilities throughout the Marvel Puzzle Quest universe, such as direct damage, board control, stuns, damage negation, and more. It's very important to keep these in mind and build teams that have abilities that sync well to make the most of each one. Here, tapping Spider-Man's ability icon brings up his move list. We have one move available, Web Swing, which creates 3 red tiles, deals 125 damage, and allows us to still make a match on the board during this turn. Spider-Man's other power, All Tied Up, uses red tiles, so let's keep fighting and charge it up again by matching as many red tiles as possible. Even if we don't get many reds to line up, we're still doing damage with every color we match, so we'll keep on going until this battle is over. As we fight, we'll want to watch for matches that would make 4 or 5 of the same color, as they have added benefits that can be very helpful. 4 of a kind causes the whole row or column to be cleared, depending on the orientation of the match, while 5 of a kind not only grants you an extra turn, but also creates a critical tile that can match with any color, dishing out a large amount of damage when matched. Knowing when to go for these large matches can make the difference between winning and losing, so keep an eye out for these opportunities and take advantage of them whenever possible. After each battle, you'll have a chance to collect a reward. These can consist of comic covers for new characters and abilities, rare materials, and more. Sometimes these rewards are guaranteed, such as this Spider-Man original comic cover, and sometimes they're randomized, so it's always exciting to see what's waiting for you after battle. With this cover collected, we've now added Spider-Man to our team and can add him to future battles. As a quick note, if you'd like to view more details about your newly acquired character before recruiting them, you can view their abilities and stats by using the right-facing arrow in the lower right. Here you can look at their attributes, stats, and skills in more detail, including the abilities that are still locked and not yet available on this character. But for now, we'll return to the previous screen and finish recruiting. Now that we've fought a more prominent villain, let's take a step back and talk about minions. Minions don't match tiles like Venom did, but instead gain AP that lets them fire powers to use attacks. Let's let this one gain some AP and see what happens. Keep in mind that minions can also show up alongside villains, so you may have to deal with enemies that take turns and gain AP automatically. Now that they have enough ability points, they created a countdown tile. These are tiles placed on the board with a number on them that counts down with each turn taken. Once the timer reaches 0, the enemy attacks. Tapping the countdown tile views essential information on that attack, but with countdown timers, the best defense is usually a great offense, so we'll want to try to match those tiles with tiles of the same color before the timer runs out to destroy them and stop the attack from happening. Countdown tiles can appear often, so keep an eye out for them on the board to avoid taking damage. Once this battle is won, we receive Iron Man's Model 35 cover, recruiting him to our party. In this next battle, Miles Morales is added as a guest character for story reasons. You can see that he's not a permanent addition to the team by the loaned text above his information panel. Loaned characters can be used the same as recruited ones, but they'll leave the party once they're no longer needed. Sometimes, you'll have the chance to receive a loaned hero or villain as a reward after battle, so it's always best to try for a win. The other thing of note on this screen is the injured text under Spider-Man. When your heroes are injured in battle, you can use regenerating health packs to heal them, or wait a small amount of time for them to heal on their own. We weren't hurt too badly in the last battle, so we'll jump right into the fight. Knowing how much AP the enemy has can help you strategize and predict when they'll fire a power, so tapping this arrow above the ability icons every now and again will give you this helpful information. Knowledge is definitely power, so you can also tap enemies themselves to see which abilities they have at their disposal. If there's an enemy you want to focus on, say a more powerful minion or boss that could be problematic for you, use the circular arrow icon in the upper right to change the order of the enemy team and place them up front. Once they're within range, they're all yours. Your heroes work much in the same manner, with only the hero up front taking damage. But instead of manually changing your hero order, the one that made the last match is out front. So keep this in mind when planning your moves. Lastly, let's take a look at leveling up your characters and abilities. On occasion, you'll find ISO 8, a powerful new resource that S.H.I.E.L.D. mishandled that's being used by our enemies to enhance their strength. This resource can be used to level up your characters and increase their overall stats. In addition to unlocking new characters, earning duplicate covers can also teach characters new abilities. Sometimes you'll earn rewards that teach an ability that you've already unlocked, such as this Spider-Man original web swing cover. You can make good use of such duplicates by using them to upgrade that ability. Open your roster and tap the hero you'd like to view. On this screen, we can both apply duplicate covers to upgrade our powers or use ISO 8 to level up. Upgrading Web Swing increased its damage by 4, while leveling up Spider-Man raised his stats. Be sure to utilize your covers and ISO 8 to keep your heroes learning and upgrading their skills to stay in peak condition for the fight ahead. Smart use of both keeps them one step ahead in combat and lets you go toe-to-toe with the worst that Hammer can send your way. Now that you've learned the basics of combat and upgrading your team, you're ready to continue the story and assemble hundreds of new heroes and villains into a massive fighting force. Marvel Puzzle Quest still has many tricks up its sleeve to surprise you, but with the fundamentals under your belt, there's nothing you can't handle. Keep on fighting the good fight, for all our sakes, and we'll see you in our next video, where we'll show you the many ways you can build and level up your roster.